Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look inside my $10,000 dividend portfolio. Now I know that right now it says that it's at $9,883, and that is because the market today, at this time, in the time of this recording, it has gone down. However, the website that I am currently using to track my dividends is trackyourdividends.com. This is the website that I'm currently using, and it has been working out for me so far. Now, let's take a look into things. So as you can see right now, my portfolio yield is about 4.21%. Yield on cost is 445. And the annual income that I make from just dividends every year for now is $416. These are currently the top stocks ordered from greatest to least of the annual income that I get from each of those stocks. For example, at number one, I have Realty Income or Corporation, or ticker symbol O. And from this dividend, I get an annual income of $100.53. Next is Coca Cola, ticker symbol KO, where I have 29 shares, 29.13 shares at around an average price of $62 and gets me about $56.51. Next is Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, where I currently have 53 shares at around an average price of $28.82. And that gives me about $51, well, close to $52. Now, all of this is very important to keep track of. However, right now we're just looking at my annual income and how I ended up generating this much dividends. Of course, a good amount of it is just reinvesting and putting all this money that you get from annual income back into the companies, as well as putting your own money into those companies. If you want to take a look at my list real quick, I got the shares that I already told you outside my top three, as well as JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium or JEPQ, SPHD, JEPI, Verizon, Stag Industrial, AT&T, SPYD, Pepsi, Bank of America, Johnson& Johnson, Cisco, Vanguard, Wells Fargo, Disney, Antero Mainstream, Apple, and Prospect Capital. Let's go ahead and go a little bit more down and look at the expected dividends that you can get from my portfolio. For example, here in December, I'm expected to make about $55 in upcoming dividends. And in this chart, it'll basically just tell you more or less how much you'll make in upcoming dividends in the following months. For example, January, I'll make about $24, February 27, March 54. However, if you go all the way up, you also have these tabs. For example, dashboard is basically what you just saw. Your diversification, basically your biggest holdings and your smallest ones. And then upcoming dividends, which is one of the tabs that I mostly look at to see how many dividends I will be receiving, as well as this right here. For example, on average, I receive about $35 in dividends. And the highest I'll get in 1 month is $55. And if you go right here, down in stock payout calendar, you can actually get to see how much you receive in dividends total from each of those companies that you have, as well as when you'll receive them. For example, in December, I'll get $1.32 from Bank of America, $4.60 from JEPI, $4.62, $1.26, $14.13 from Coca-Cola, and $8.38 from Realty Income. Now let's just take a look at the future value of my holding. Now this is very exciting for me because I'm still adding money into my dividend portfolio. However, if I were to leave it alone, this is more or less what it'll be in by 2033, which is in 10 years. Now, of course, you can always mess around with this, go 5 years, 10, 15, up to 25 years. Right now, let's just leave it at 10. If I were to leave my portfolio the way it is right now, which is, let's say there's a 5-year dividend growth rate of about 6%, and it still stays at around a 4% dividend yield. Now, currently, we of course just saw that my annual income for now is $416. By 2033, or in 10 years, it'll jump to $1,105. And the ending value of my dividend portfolio would increase to close to 100% to be worth up to $19,548. As you can see, it'll even tell you in great detail if you click on it right here or hover on it how much it'll grow every single year up to 2033. Now, right here, you can always customize it. If you want it to be higher or lower, your price appreciation, your maximum dividend yield, and your annual contributions right here. For example, your annual contributions can be anything where you can invest $500 every year, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. You can put that in here, update the chart, and this will change everything right here. For example, this is if I were to put no annual contributions right now. So if I were to just leave my portfolio, if I were to just forget about it, come back in 10 years, this would most likely it'll be at around $20,000, where I end up making about $1,100 in dividends a year. However, because I am a dividend investor and I'm still going to contribute more money into this portfolio, this number right here in 10 years will definitely grow a lot more. Now, if you go down to the education tab, you can see a dividend course of where it teaches you on everything that you need to know. For example, what's a dividend? The big benefits of dividends, the importance of dividends. And really, this is where you can go ahead and learn everything that you need to know about dividend investing. And that is all for right now, folks. My $10,000 dividend portfolio. And hopefully, you get to watch my investing journey along the way. And maybe you'll learn a little bit about something along the way with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.